Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to start my next Halloweekend vlog. This is weekend 4, so I am going to be traveling through the kitchen. So I don't know what I'm going to read this weekend. I have a couple of, there's still a reread that I want to do physically, so I might pick that. I have no idea when I want to listen to on audio. I have tomorrow at work to listen to an audio, so I could listen to something. I'm not sure. I might be going into another slump for audiobooks because that just happens when I've listened to so much, and I have listened this month to so many audiobooks. I mean, most of them were rereads, which was great, but I still listened to a ton. So I might, I don't know if tomorrow's going to be an audiobook day or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you to my great computer, my monitor, and we'll roll. I'm going to do at least 3 rolls. And what I'm going to do is go into the room and get the equipment, and then try to get as close to the ghost as I can. And again, I'm going to do 3 rolls. So that means I can pick something physically and an audiobook and maybe a backup of something, because right now I don't know what I want to read. Like I do have a reread that I could read, but I don't know if I want to read that right this minute. And again, audiobook wise, I'm already kind of struggling. So I don't know if that's going to work out, but so I'm just going to do a couple of rolls to get me through Friday. And then Friday night or Saturday morning, I will roll more to get me to the door to get me out on Sunday. I do this between Thursday 6 p.m. to Sunday 6 p.m. So it's 72 hours, and that's when I start. Again, it's about 5:30. So I have a little time to get ready, maybe get dinner before I settle on the couch and get into my comfy clothes. But we're going to film this before I lose all the light because the sun is going down. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll do the rolls, and then I will come back with what books I'm going to do. I will probably pick all books unless it's a book and a prompt and like an activity. If the activity is one I'd rather do than the prompt, then maybe I'll roll again. So it could be more than 3, but I'm going to try to get to the equipment and then try to get to the ghost, and we'll see what happens. So it could be 3 or 4 rolls. We'll see what happens. Okay, here's my funky setup again. So here we are. We are starting on 6 here, and so we're going to go into the kitchen. So here is the equipment I need to get to and the ghost. So I'm going to get up, try to take the equipment and get to the ghost. So I don't know how many, as I said, I want to do 3, if not 4 rolls. We'll see what happens. So it'll just depend. Here are all the book prompts and then the activities. As I said, I'm mostly going to focus on books, but there might be one. I might decide to do a 4th roll if I pick an activity instead, but I will try to pick it as we go through, so we're counting in a row where we're going. So anyway, here we go. We're going to roll and see what happens. A 5. Oh, okay, that's pretty far. So we come in, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A book with the, of, and, or o. Okay, that, or it's a spend time outside, but it's going to rain tomorrow, so it's probably not going to happen. Okay, so 2, or if I don't want to go, or I could go to 7, because that would, both of those would be 5. And we're trying to get to the equipment. So 7 is a book with fall colors on the cover. Oh, of course, all the books do not have any of these words in it. Fall colors. Okay, I think I'll go with that. So I'm gonna go 7. I think that's gonna work for me. So a book with box 7. So we'll see what happens with that one. Anyway, okay, so let's roll again for roll number 2. I got a 1. Oh, I didn't get there. Darn. Okay, so 1, I either go 3 or 8 or 6. So 3 is a book with a cover you find fun. Okay. 6 is a book by a previous 4 or 5-star author. Or 8 is a book that's picked by a random number generator. Oh, I do not want to do that. Book I find fun. Or a previous 5-star. I'm gonna go with a book you find fun. So we'll go box 3. That gets me. It's still on track to get to that. And then let's hope this one at least crosses the ghost. And then I'll do the ghost in whatever box I land on. Unless I get a 1 and then I'm just on the ghost. I got a 4. Okay. So I at least will go past here. So we will... So we got ghost, or not ghost. Duh, I'm sorry, that's equipment. I'm tired, sorry. So the equipment, which is read a book that is shorter than your last book. Ooh, okay, that'll be interesting. And then I can go 1, if I go, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I end up on the ghost. How about we do that? So then I've done both of those, and then I just need to go out at the end of the weekend. So we'll do that. So then the ghost is read a book that you can spell ghost on the cover. So, okay. So again, I'm starting from here and I went up 5 to box number 7 for a book with fall colors on the cover or watch something fall themed. I then went 1 and went to box 3, which is read a book with a cover you find fun or drink a fall themed treat. And then I got a 4, which I got the equipment of read a book that is shorter than your last book. And then 2, 3, 4. And then I got the ghost, which is you read, and you share a spooky book rec, with the equipment. And then the ghost, you spell ghost on the cover or drink a fall themed treat. So I'm going to stop and be right here. Okay, so I figured this out. I'm tweaking this a little bit. Like I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. So the first box I landed on was 7, and I did read a book with fall colors on the cover or watch something fall themed. Well, I don't plan to watch anything right now. I don't know. I might. Who knows? But I'm going to put Spirits from Beyond by Simon R. Green. This is book 4 in this Ghost Finder series. Now, I know it is kind of it's like a bluish, greenish tint, but they're all wrapped up and it's spooky looking and it looks like fall to me. Maybe at night. You can't really tell. But I'm going to go with this one because I want to reread this one. Again, I've been rereading the Ghost Finder series as well. I finished the Nightside series. So I'm going to reread this one. This is book 4 out of 6. So I want to get to at least one of those. So that is the first one. And then I rolled a 1. And I moved to box 3, which is read a book with a cover you find fun or drink a fall themed treat. So this is the one I picked. So I picked Horseman by Christina Henry, A Tale of Sleepy Hollow. So I think this is one of her stories that has to do with like she's fairy tale kind of retelling, but this is with the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And because it's fall, and I read Hollow a couple weekends ago and I really enjoyed it, so it kind of got me into thinking about Sleepy Hollow. I'm hoping my audiobook for The Legend of Sleepy Hollow comes through, and it's really, really short. I should get it, but people haven't given it back. So anyway, for the library, for Libby. But I thought, I haven't read a Christina Henry in quite a few years, and I still own this one and Girl in Red. So I almost picked that one, but then I'm like, well, let's do the Sleepy Hollow one. So I'm going to say this is a fun, a fun cover. I just think it looks good. If I don't get to this, then I will probably drink a fall or eat or drink something fall themed treat. But I am going to try to get to this. This is a reread, so I'm hoping this will read fast. I mean, again, I've read this several times, but I want to get to this weekend. So we will see. So far, those are the ones. And then roll 3, I rolled a 4. And I passed the equipment, which is read a book that is shorter than your last book or share a spooky book rack. So I decided to put something short and fun as a reread. Fangs by Sarah Anderson. I just adore this little story about a vampire and a werewolf's little romance. I mean, it's just really cute, and it's, you know, comic, and it's just cute. I think I read it like every year, so I wanted to reread it. So I did think of it the other day, and I'm like, this will be shorter than everything else that I have on this TBR. So I forgot that I wanted to put it on my TBR, wanted to follow it, but it's only 100 pages, so everything is longer than that. So anyway, that will be for my ghost prompt, or my equipment prompt, because I had to have a book that was shorter. And then the ghost prompt is read a book that you can spell ghost on the cover, or drink a fall themed treat. So at this point, this one I'm actually going to use for the drink a fall themed treat and get something this weekend. But if I happen to do that if I don't get to this one, and I'll either have 2 or I will pick a book that has ghost spelled on it. We will see. I'll probably make that decision later. So even though I have rolled, I did my 3 rolls, which is what I was hoping for, and got 4 books or 4 prompts, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go. So we're just going to stick with these right now. And I don't say I'm going to read them in order. I mean, Fangs I can read anytime, because any book I've read recently is longer than 100 pages. So I could read this tonight and be satisfied, but I really think I'm going to read Spirits from Beyond, start with this. None of these I have audiobooks for. So this does not cover an audiobook, but I really have a feeling I'm not going to want to listen to anything tomorrow. So if I do, I will hopefully pick something that's kind of spooky. I can't think of anything except for one book on my TBR or on my Libby holds that I really don't feel like reading right now. But another one has vampires, so I might do that one. So it'll depend how I feel. I just didn't want to put it for sure. I decided after I was getting these together, I'm like, I don't want to put anything for the audiobook because I'm afraid I won't get to it. So I don't know if I will finish both of the novels before the end of the 72 hours. It just depends on how it goes. Yes, Cooper just jumped in my lap. Sorry. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to start with these and have at least one eat or drink a fall themed treat. That's just a tongue twister for me. And then we'll see how it goes. If I happen to pick an audiobook tomorrow, maybe I'll be able to use it for something, but I don't know. I might switch things around, but I'll let you know once I get to that. So that's it for now. So cat. So I'm gonna go get ready because it is 5:59 right now. This took a lot longer to film than I planned. So mine starts at 6 o'clock. So we're gonna go get ready, and then I will start reading at some point tonight. I will give you an update before I go to bed. Okay. It is 10 o'clock, so I need to go to bed. I just, of course, I wait till the last minute. Anyway, I didn't read too much of Spirits from Beyond. I got to about page 58, which is chapter 1. I mean, there were breaks in there, but it was just a long chapter. But it was like the first part of the story, and now they'll move on. So again, the ghost finders are out to help one of their colleagues, kind of, And then they have to talk to a ancient god, and it doesn't go the way they planned or what really they thought would happen. But the rest of the story is them going to a small town or small country town, and there's a haunted inn. So I didn't mention before that the kitchen that we're supposed to be in the room, you're supposed to be doing books that are haunted. Like that's like haunted. It could be haunted in any way. And this has a haunted inn, which I completely forgot about. So that worked out without me trying. Anyway, so anyway, I'm really enjoying this. As I said, this is a 6-book series. The first 3 go together and the second 3 go together. So it's like 2 different arcs. And we're already getting hints of stuff in here that just hurt me because I know what's coming in the other books. Like, as I said, I haven't read this book in quite a few years, and I still need to look up to see when the last time I read this series. But I remember the end, and I remember parts of the end and things that happened in the last book. And I totally forgot that you see stuff in this book that will relate to the last book. So again, this is book 4, and there's 6 books. So anyway, I will be doing a reread. We'll be rereading these books. Anyway, so I didn't get as much reading done. You know, that's just kind of how it is. I still don't know what I'm going to do about audiobooks tomorrow. I did look to see if I could get Horseman on audio from the library, but I couldn't, and I don't want to pay for it. So that won't happen. I did find an ebook I could read, but again, I have to work. I can't read an ebook, so that's kind of back burner. That was just a thought. So this will be my, as I said, my physical, and I hope that I do better tomorrow night, and then I can maybe finish it Saturday, and then Sunday I can read Horseman physically and Fangs at some point. But audiobook wise, I don't know. It just will depend on how I feel tomorrow. Right now, I don't feel like any audiobooks that I have, which is ridiculous because I have dozens that I own, let alone, you know, I think I have 6 of them out from on Libby right now. So I don't know. Well, I'll just go with my mood tomorrow. If I feel like it, I'll listen to something. Again, I don't know if it'll be, you know, a spooky haunted book, you know, for this for prompts in this, but even if they're not, it's, you know, I'm just gonna read what I want to read. Like I said, I'm taking part in the readathon, or for the weekend, the Halloweekend, which I totally forgot to mention that it is put on by Lexi at Books with Lexi, and I will have her linked down below. I really have enjoyed doing the spooky stuff on the weekends. It is weird reading that way, but I also found it fun. Anyway, but as I said, I don't know what I want to do with audiobooks. So we will just have to see. So I'm just gonna give myself kind of the pass that if I don't do that as much reading this weekend, that's fine. I have read so much, especially in the last few months. I'm not in competition with anybody. I don't need to read all the time. I'm just enjoying myself. So I might just need a break from audiobooks. So it won't kill me if I don't listen to an audiobook tomorrow. You know, we'll see. I think that's it. So anyway, I will check in with you guys tomorrow, probably after work. Again, it's Friday tomorrow, so it should be a calm, easy day at work. Just me wrapping up stuff for the week. It's not too busy because a lot of people don't come into are not around on Fridays. Just they have, they're either off-site or they don't come in. So, and there might be deliveries though. Ugh. But we'll see. Anyway, I think that's it. So, yeah, I will check in with you tomorrow after work. I didn't make it to the library. I did forget to say that. So I didn't go to the library. So, I might go tomorrow, but I also might just wait till Saturday and go. again, the book is not due till Sunday, the one that's due. So, I might just wait till Saturday and go. We'll see. Because, I don't know if I'll make it. Because I have to be, they close at 5 on Fridays. So, I don't know if I mean, I could make it, but I meant like, I don't want to rush. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I will check with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now Friday and it's about 5:45 and I've been home about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. I've already had dinner because I was hungry, and then I'm just settling here. It's a rainy day. It was really windy earlier today too, so it was kind of hard when you had to go outside and get rained on. I of course had to run the forklift, luckily not outside. Oh, I got lucky there. But I did run it at 3 o'clock. So it was so again, I leave at 4. So, and I was like, why are you delivering at 3? Anyway, so at least I wasn't out of there late like yesterday, because the same guy came back today with different things. Anyway, couldn't you come earlier? Anyway, so work was fine. It was quiet because it was Friday. And as I said, it was really rainy, so we were all kind of, I stayed inside for the most part. So I did listen to an audiobook while at work, but I'm not going to talk about it too much in this vlog. I'm just going to kind of flash it. And then I will talk more about it probably next week, because I did make some good progress, but it's not for any of my prompts for Halloweekend, and it's not spooky or Halloweeny kind of book, because it's for Victober, and I did start the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. So anyway, I will talk more about this later. I did make it 169 pages today, so that's all good. I don't know if I will pick up a different audiobook for tomorrow or Sunday if I feel like doing it. I have quite a few that's come in from Libby that are, I would say I could use it for I have a paranormal that came in. Oh, 2 paranormals. No. Yes. Oh, I got 2 paranormals today. I forgot. Sorry, I had to think about that. And then I had a paranormal with vampires that I had already that I need to get to by next week, sometime early next week. So I might listen to another audiobook, but I'm glad I picked up a different book today, and even though it doesn't go with any of the prompts, I'm still glad I picked that up, and again, we'll just let it go. I probably won't pick it up again until next week. I think I will try to pick up one of the other books if I go anywhere. I don't think I'll be doing it. I might not be listening too much. I might, we'll see what it is. I am going to lunch with my brother tomorrow. So we're not going very far. So I won't listen to anything in the car too much today or tomorrow, but I might listen while I'm around the house. We'll see. Anyway, so I am going to start reading physically tonight. So again, as I said, I hope to make good progress in this. I'm not making a whole lot of progress. I would like to do 100 pages before bed. But we will see. Last night, I just didn't feel like not really focusing enough. So I will. I really do enjoy this, so I want to continue my reread. I did right before bed, when I should have been getting ready for bed. And actually, I think I already filmed my clip for this, and then I picked this up, which was dumb. I was like, should have been done, and I started Fangs by Sarah Anderson. So this is a graphic novel about vampire and a werewolf and their little romance and stuff, and it's really cute. It's 100 pages, as I said, and I'm doing it for a book smaller than your last book. So it's only 100 pages, and I got 20 pages last night done. So I will probably pick this up at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, and finish it off, because it's really quick, because again, the comics are like 1-page ones mostly. And so anyway, I am really enjoying that, and I definitely recommend it. It's so cute. But I might read that a little later. Right now, I'm going to try to dive into this. I am watching BookTube, and I just don't know if my attention span is going to be what I need it to be, but I'm going to try. I really would like to get 100 pages in, and then I could, well, then I'd have 150 left for tomorrow. We'll see. Again, my goal is to finish tomorrow, so we'll see what I get done. I'm not going to guarantee anything. This is just for fun. So, anyway, we'll see what I get done. I will try to come back before I go to bed. And I think that's it for now. So I will check in with you later. I forgot one thing. I'm going to play a little video I don't usually film at work, but just before I was leaving, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and we do have mice because I work in an environment where there's a lot of gaps in the building, and so we get mice every once in a while. And so I saw one out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh great. So I have a trap in my office, but it hasn't been triggered. And then I started working a little bit, and then I looked over towards the door, and there was the mouse sitting next to the trap, just staring at me. So I just thought I'd add this in here. What else am I going to do with it? But I mean, he was cute, but dude, he just stared at me, and then he went back under the cabinet. Okay, so it's about 10:15, so I'm gonna wrap it up for Friday night. Ooh, I did so much. No, I didn't. Anyway, I watched a lot of BookTube. I admit it felt good. Anyway, I only made it to 111, so I only got 53 more pages. Darn it. So I didn't get where I wanted to get to, but it means that I still have like 180 pages left, I think. So we'll see. I might finish it tomorrow, I might not. It's not its fault. It really is just me not paying attention. It's really just, I'm reading slow. It's fine. I'm rereading. But I did go and finish Fangs by Sarah Anderson. I just adore this. It's so quick and easy. Again, they're just usually 1 or 2 pages, you know, and they're panels, and then there's big pictures too. And it's simple drawings, but it's just, they're so cute. And I guess this came out in 2020, and I remember her posting online these before it came out into a book, and I knew I was going to buy it as soon as I saw them. They were so cute. A love story between a vampire and a werewolf. They're just cute. It's nothing major, but definitely I enjoyed that. So that was a cool reread. So I did do that. So at least I finished one prompt so far. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. As I said, tomorrow I'll probably in the morning work on my spreadsheets and my book journal, and I might listen to something, because again, I have quite a few audiobooks from Libby that I should listen to, because I'm not going to do Dickens until next week. So we'll see. I'll see what I do. But then again, I'm gonna go to lunch with my brother, and then I'll come back and I'll have the afternoon and evening to just hang out. So I could do a lot of reading. I might not. Who knows? I just don't know how I'll feel tomorrow. So that's it for now. I am going to go to bed. And, yeah, that's it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Hey guys, so it is about 11:30, and I've had a really quiet morning. For Saturday, I did go and get a coffee this morning, and then I've come back and I worked on my spreadsheets. I filmed my TBR video for November. It's pretty, it's over ambitious in a lot of ways, but they're all possibilities, you know. So if you see something in there you think I should read, let me know. But I just got that done, and that's up and ready to go. And then I've just been doing my spreadsheets and my book journal. Just, again, quiet morning. I'm gonna leave here in about a half hour to go to lunch with my brother. Again, we're going to Thai, and we're trying to find a restaurant close by that's a Thai restaurant that we like. Because my dad keeps talking about, every time we get together and we're talking about what food options, he always brings up Thai, and both my brother and I are like, we don't eat Thai. So, I mean, not that we haven't, I just don't, it's been years. Like, I don't remember the last time I had Thai. So we're gonna start exploring some places around where we live and find one that we'd like to take my dad to, because he keeps asking. Anyway, so we're gonna try one today and see how it goes. So I don't even know what I'm gonna eat because it's been so many years since I had Thai. So we'll see what happens. If there's a favorite dish you like, let me know so I can try that maybe next time. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of all I've done is that. I did start an audiobook on the way to get coffee and back. So I've only done about 20 pages, but I did start For Eternity, the 4th book in the Filthy Rich Vampires series by Geneva Lee. This is the last book in this series. And so I really wanted to get to it soon because I just read book 3 and it was just chaotic in the end and things were going on and I wanted to know how this was going to end. So this one, I can't even say what's going on with this one. The first book is following Thea and Julian. Thea runs into Julian, who is a vampire, and they have an instant connection, and then their lives kind of get intermeshed in ways that nobody expected, and then things go right and things go wrong, and it's very dramatic. It's very, very dramatic. It's just a fun ride. It's nothing, I don't think I would say it was like too serious. It's a paranormal romance. It's fun with the vampire stuff, and they're rich and they, think they have certain rules and she doesn't apply to them because of certain things. And anyway, by the time we get to here, so much has happened in the last book that things have changed so much from the first book. So I'm really excited to see how this ends up, but I have started it. I have the audiobook out from Libby, which is done by Teddy Hamilton and Stella Hunter, which is really good. So I'm hoping to make a little progress in this weekend. I probably won't finish it till Monday, but I do want to say I'm going to use this for the ghost prompt because I hadn't really planned that, I think. So I have a G, an H, an O, an S, and a T. So I had to spell out ghost for that one in the kitchen. So I'm going to use this. And again, I don't plan to get all the way. I'd like to get partway through. Like maybe if I listen to it at some point, maybe I'll find sprints of somebody and get some done on here. But this is lower priority. I just want to make some partway into this over the weekend, and then I'll probably finish it on Monday. So, but I'd like to get partway through it because it's still it's like 440 pages. So I'd like to get at least some of that done this weekend. So, but I don't plan to finish it. Like, it's not my focus. My focus is Spirits from Beyond. And again, I have 180 pages left of this. So I'm hoping this afternoon to really buckle down and read a good chunk of this. I guess I want to emphasize that I'm not reading this quickly. Like, there's some rereads that you read and you start skimming things because, okay, I remember that. But it's been a while since I read this series, and I really want to read it carefully because there already have been things in here that have popped up that I know pertain to the end, like things with the characters. And I just want to savor this. I mean, I've had a really great time listening to the Night Side series. And then I listened to the first 3 books of the Ghost Finder series. But the last 3 I have to read physically. But I want to take my time with them. I don't have to force. This is not a rush for me. Like, again, I've read so much this year. I do not need to rush to read anything at all, unless I'm rushing because I don't like it and I want to get done and get on to a different book. But I don't feel that way about this book. This book is a favorite, so I am going to savor it. They are having issues already in this book, and they're just going to the haunted inn. So I can't remember like the mystery part of this, like that part of it. But I love this paranormal urban fantasy series. It's one of my favorites, and it's just so much fun for me, and I just laugh at the humor, and I love these 3 characters because by this point, again, I've reread the other 3 books in this one, and there's so much going on, and I love seeing what's happening. So I don't expect to finish the 180 pages I have today. If I do, great. That means I just dove in. Maybe I'll find sprints at some point and be able to focus on this, but I don't know. I'm not going to force it either. If I want to just watch BookTube and I just read this here and there, that's fine. This weekend, I'm not going to try to read. Like, I'm not looking to complete everything. I think I just don't feel like it. And I'm just take this weekend, take it easy. So, anyway, I think that's it for now. So I will check in with you guys, later once I made some progress. Because I'm at 111. So maybe I'll come back when I'm halfway. If I make it about 90 pages and make it to the halfway point, to the end, we'll see. So it'll be closer to 300 or closer to 200 pages done. Or yeah, maybe. Anyway, I will check with you and I'll report on the tie. Okay, it is just after 1. I've been home a couple minutes. It's like 1:05. So, I actually like pad thai. That was actually really good. I had beef and it was really good. My brother and I were both really happy with it. He had chicken. But it was really good. You'll have seen, I put a picture. Anyway, that was really good. And we told my dad, so he's happy. But my brother and I, when we were, I don't know if did I mention this already, but, when we first moved to this area, to our duplex, I hadn't lived in the state for, quite a few years. And I came back and I had lived there about a year, when we moved here. And my brother had lived in town, but he didn't live over this way. But we decided to like go and try different restaurants because we were trying to learn places around us. And we did really well for the first few years. And then, we kind of started slacking off on that and going to places we knew pretty well. And then, then during COVID, we completely stopped. And so, recently we've been talking again of trying to, when we do go out, we go try somewhere new and try to find new restaurants that we like, that places we can take our parents or we want to go to, something new. So we're going to make a list of different kinds of food that we haven't had before, or we want to try and find new places for it or something. So we came up with a good list to start with. So this was our first time doing it again for the first time in a long time. Because again, we have gone out and done things. It's just, we usually go to the same spots over and over, and we're trying to branch out because we are both creatures of habit and we tend to not do that. So it should be fun. We're not going to go I'm talking like once a month. I'm not talking like every weekend or anything like that. This is like just here and there. So the Thai place was good. We will try some other Thai places that are a little farther away just to try different ones. But it was actually really good, and it wasn't, and it was really close by. So that was kind of nice. So other than that, yeah. Anyway, sorry, I just thought I'd give an update that the food was good. So now that I'm home, I'm going to start reading Spirits from Beyond. The other thing I was going to say, I'm going to do that. But my tire situation has become a little bit more scary. I made a turn onto a street that I turn all the time, and it's a 2-lane turn. So 2 lanes are turning, and I was on the outside, and when I made that turn, I swear I lost traction on the back of my tires, my back tires, and I felt like I was swinging out, and I couldn't believe it because again, I just went to all these tire places, and they say I'm supposed to change them soon, but they didn't say it. They said that I had a little time. Well, I've just decided, my brother put it best, is he said that it's no longer you're going to change your tires, it's you have to change your tires. So looks like Monday I'm probably going to make a couple phone calls and make a decision on buying tires and get them really quick. So tomorrow I just have to go to the grocery store for a few items and then come home. So I think that's all I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm going to go early where there's not very many cars on, just in case I have trouble with my tires. I drove the rest of the way fine, but that one turn, my brother even felt it. Like, it was weird. I had never lose traction like that on that turn. Then there's water on the road, but there wasn't like a lot of water. It hasn't rained in a couple of hours. Of course, now it just started raining, but it was scary. Anyway, the point is yeah, I'm getting new tires early next week as soon as I can. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so tomorrow I won't drive a lot, and then I'll drive to work. I'm going to go early, again, for the same reason. So there's not as many people on the road, and I'm just get there and then make some phone calls on Monday morning and get the tires, hopefully that day or the next day. Oh, that was scary. I hope I don't feel that way again in the next couple days. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to take my mind off that and do some reading. And I don't plan to leave again for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow, as I said, I did plan to go out for a little bit, but I mean, just for a quick grocery run for some sales and get a coffee and then come back. So we'll see. I don't know. I might nix that. We'll see. It just depends how I feel tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I will check in later. Okay, just a quick update. It's 5 o'clock. I have been reading most of the afternoon. I did the first hour doom scroll for a little bit. So it took me until almost 2 o'clock before I picked up the book. But I am now at 212. Yeah, 212. So I have 84 pages left of this, and I'm really enjoying it. I did almost cry at one point just because I know what happens and what comes next. Anyway, so this is, again, it's a haunted inn, and of course it's different. It's not just ghosts, it's otherworldly. So again, this is kind of a paranormal, but it's kind of slash sci-fi-ish in some ways, which his other series, Ishmael Jones, is more sci-fi with some paranormal. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, this series came first, though. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying my reread. So I'm going to continue because, again, I have 84 pages. So I'm hoping to get done this evening at some point. So I'm just going to keep chugging away and enjoying that. And I just thought I'd, come back. I showed a little bit of the cats. It's just raining out there, and we've had some strong winds. And I have a tree that's, well, not my yard, it's in somebody else's yard, that's throwing leaves, and they keep hitting, or leaves, or like little seed things that are hitting the house. So the cats pop up their heads every once in a while when that happens. So we're just listening to AMSR rooms. I got on and off other people's sprints, but I just usually shut them off after when they started talking. It was just, I'm just having a quiet afternoon. So I'm going to continue reading until I decide I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I hadn't really thought about it, honestly. So I'll have to come up with something. And then, as I said, my goal is, I hope to finish this tonight, which I think I will because I only have 84 more pages. And then we'll see what I do if I go on to Horseman or something else. I think I will go on to that physically. So anyway, that's it for now. I just thought I'd check in. Okay, so it is nearly 7 o'clock, and I just finished Spirits from Beyond. I really enjoyed this reread. Again, I don't remember all the details about these books, so that I don't read them that close together. And some of the details just kill me. And I know I keep saying that. And I don't think if you read it on the first time, you would catch the stuff I'm catching. But I just love these books. Anyway, I probably won't reread 2 and 3, book 2 and, the last 2 books, which is book 5 and 6, until probably November, or I'll do it before the end of the year. I'll finish the reread before then. I just needed a break because I've read 4 of these, or reread 4 of these, and I've reread the whole Nightside series. So I need a little break. I love Simon R. Green, but I need to take a little break because I have some other things I need to read that are new to me. And I've done a lot of rereads this month, so I want to not do as many next month. And I have 1 week of October here, or, well, yeah, 6 days, whatever, after today. That that I want to get some stuff read that is new to me. So, but I really, really enjoyed my reread, and I'm really glad I did that. So, as I said, it's almost 7, and I have not eaten yet dinner, so I'm gonna go scrounge up something frozen and put it in the oven or put it in the microwave. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. I have no idea. Anyway, but I will attempt, or I'm gonna try to read Horseman, A Tale of Sleepy Hollow by Christina Henry. So this one I have very low expectations. This is an author who I have read multiple books by, and I have DNF'd multiple books. So most of the books I've read are in the Chronicles of Alice series, and I read Nearer the Bone, and I really enjoyed all those. Mostly, mostly, I'll say mostly, I liked those. And then I have DNF'd her urban fantasy series, the Black Wings series. I got halfway through the first book, and there's something that happened that I got really pissed off about, and I got rid of it. I was like, I'm not reading that. And then I DNF'd Lost Boy because I'm just not what is it, Captain Hook, Peter Pan retelling person. It's not my favorite classic to, for retellings. There's only a few that I've ever liked. Most of them I don't like, and I didn't like that one. And then I also DNF'd The Mermaid because I didn't like the characters in that at all. Anyway, so there's like a 50-50 chance that I'll like this book. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, and I don't know a whole lot about this. But it seems like the main character is named Ben, and he's 14 years old, which kind of worries me. I mean, I have read some books that have protagonists that young, but I don't always get along with them. It just depends on what it is. But I think it's historical fiction horror because it's horror, but I think it takes place 30 years after the when the Sleepy Hollow tale is, because I think Brom is Ben's grandfather, and I'm not sure beyond that. I haven't read close enough, so I'm already kind of unsure about how I feel about this. But it's a book that's been on my shelf probably since it came out in 2021, and I haven't read it. I have one more book by her that's on my shelf called The Girl in Red, which is a dystopian Red Riding Hood retelling somehow. I don't know. So I want to get to that too, because these have been on my shelf for a really long time, and I should have read these years ago. So I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not positive because I remember when it came out, I saw some people read it and didn't like it, and I saw some people like it, but not very many. So I'm going to give that a shot, and then we'll make a decision about that. If for some reason I don't like it, I will DNF it. And I might actually pick up The Girl in Red right away and try that, because it kind of has fall colors on it, because that's the prompt, kind of. I think that one's red and something else, and I'm just going to count that. I'll just try that too if I don't like this one, because then that would get those off my shelf of hers I don't want to keep, and I'll keep the ones I like, and I'll be done with the ones I own. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll like it. I'm hoping for another win, because again, I'm about 50% with her. So we're going to hope for a win and that I like it. And then I will get The Girl in Red on my TBR at some point, because then I'll be caught up with what I own. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for now. I will be back after I get some dinner, and then we'll try out Horseman. Okay, so it's about 8:45. I made some pasta thing from Trader Joe's, which was okay. It was fine. It wasn't great. But I got that. I watched a few videos, caught up on some things, and then I started Horseman. And I got to 25 pages, and I'm DNFing. I just don't care. There is a twist with Ben, but again, they're still 14, and I don't, right away, I'm already like, oh, you're a young 14 too. And then something brutal happens. There's a dead body right away, and there's overheard conversation of the adults, and right away I don't like what anybody is saying, and I'm not saying that that's wouldn't be accurate for the time period, because it is still the 1800s, I think. I'm pretty sure. But I don't like it. I just didn't like it. As I said, this was first person, and we're in Ben's POV, and I was already having trouble, and I'm like, I don't care. So 25 pages in, and I DNF'd, and it's like a 300-page book, but I just don't care. So then I pulled The Girl in Red off my shelf, and again, this is dystopian, and there's a thing that happened which is called the crisis, which it decimated the population. So there's a young woman, and she is at a campfire, and this guy comes up, and she knows right away he is there to do bad things to her, and then her reaction, which is brutal. And again, this is horror, but it's dystopian, so sci-fi-ish, I guess. But right away, I didn't care either. This is third person, so it is different that way. So I don't know if there would be more perspectives, but again, I didn't feel like I cared. Like, I don't know. There was just, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes some books you read and you get pulled in, by the character pretty quickly, and there's, even, I don't know. It's hard to explain. And it may just be I had these on my shelf too long. But I also think that because I've had issues with some of her books in the past, like, again, I think her concepts are great. I'm not even saying the writing's bad. That's nothing. No, that's not it. It's more just my reaction to who she picks as her main characters and how they are dealing with things. I don't always like the reactions, or I still come back to, there's certain choices that the author makes in the books, that the ones I did DNF, there's reasons that, like, I didn't like choices that were made or done or said, or, there's things within it. A lot of it's good. Like, again, I think the concepts are good. I just don't like the execution for me. And it's just my personal thing. So I'm going to just keep the books that I have read that I've liked. I loved Near the Bone, and I do want to reread that at some point, because that was, again, not perfect, but I had a fun time with it. And then I love Alice, just because it was so different of a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to keep the other two books in this series, even though Red Queen was not a favorite, nor was the novella collection that goes with it. I actually really didn't like that all that much, but I'm not going to get rid of that yet. We'll think about that, but those I'm going to keep on my shelf. But these two now are going in my DNF file. They're a pile. I have so many books I need to take back. I don't want to lug all those books. Anyway, we'll have to do it at some point. I'll probably have to do it in 2 or 3 loads, because I now have so many, and I already know of other books I kind of want to unhaul that I was going to wait till December to do, but I need to get the books out that I have now. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to read. It is not 9 o'clock yet, so I think we're going to go into the office. It's going to be horrible lighting, but I'm going to roll one more time to get me back towards the door. So maybe I can get one more book at least to read. As I said, I don't want to listen to an audiobook, so I will get more of this done tomorrow morning, because I'm going to do some cleaning around the house, chores and stuff that I need to do. So I'm hoping to get a little deeper into that. So For Eternity, I'll keep for the audiobook. So I'm going to go do a roll and see if I can get back to the door. I'm going to roll till I get the door and see. And if I'll try to come up something so I can read. I don't know what I'll read. This wasn't what I expected. I actually thought it wasn't until I started thinking about the other books that I'd read by this author that I thought that there might be a problem. And I think that's probably why I've never picked these up, is because I kind of had a feeling I might not like them. And I'm going to get rid of them. Anyway, I will, let's go back to the computer. Okay, so here we are, we're back. So I believe I was on the ghost. Here it is, the ghost. This is where I stopped last time. So I need to get up to here. So if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, so I get a 5 or a 6, I'll be to number 1, which will be, so I just need to do 1 roll. If I have less than that, then we will play around with the numbers here. So let's just roll and see what happens. Oops, my thing is kind of funky. Here we go. 4, so I didn't quite make it. Okay, so I'm gonna go, let's pull this up. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Something supernatural, or share your TBR. Well, I'm not sharing my TBR. Something supernatural. I could probably find a lot of things. I love supernatural stuff, but I will. Okay, so that's an option. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. BIPOC author or get a book. I'm not gonna get a book. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, no, nope. I guess it's just 4 or 10 if I'm going in that direction. So I guess I'm gonna do 4. So yeah, so that's read something supernatural. So we'll do that, and then whatever this is, it doesn't matter. I've got a 6. That's fine. We're just going to go to the 1 spot. So I need to find a book, something supernatural, or read for another challenge, or wear something fall inspired. Okay, I am wearing something fall inspired. So I'm going to count that, and I'm just going to find a book for number 4. I will show you my sweatshirt. Okay, so that took me a little bit. I have so many books that are paranormal, supernatural. So this wasn't a hard prompt. It was more just figuring out what I wanted to read. And I decided to pick a book that it is the beginning of another series, but it's a book I really want to read. And I've really liked her other series, the Bargainer series. So I'm going to start Bewitched, which is the first book in the Bewitched series by Laura Thalassa. So this is, I think it has to do with witches or some, it says, it does actually say on the back, nefarious, supernatural force. So something happens and she is flying somewhere and then she wakes something up, this supernatural force. Beyond that, I have no idea. I have what's out in this series so far. So I have like 3 books in this series already. I think 2 books that are main in the series and then 1 book's a prequel, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, point is that I bought these at some point. And again, it's witches and romance, a paranormal romance, I would say. So, but it says supernatural right on the back. So I'm going to use this. So at least I'm going to start this and then tomorrow I'll make, I'll hopefully get part way through it before the vlog is over. But I think I'm going to go with that because I've been wanting to get back to, I wanted to get to this series and get back to this author because I do own books by her, or I really love the Bargainer series. And, I did want to read the series. So, and I have multiple books in the series, so I should read them. And this is one of the books on my fall TBR that I wanted to get to. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to do that. And then to get to prompt number 1 or box 1, it was to wear something. How did it say exactly? Wear something fall inspired. And my sweatshirt is books. I bought these last year or the year before online somewhere. And yeah, I wear them all. Yeah, I'll be wearing it all winter. I have 2 of them. And then with the same color because they couldn't get the color I wanted. So I got 2 of the same color. And then I also have my shirt from Escape the Readathon, the cruise one that has the orange cat cruise or whatever on it also from Lexi. Anyway, I got that. So I have those for sweatshirts, but this is my one that, I'm wearing something fall inspired. It's good enough. So I'm going to go start this and then I will let you know how the beginning goes. And then that'll be it for tonight. Okay, last update of Saturday. I read 42 pages of Bewitched by Laura Thalassa. So far, so good. We're following Celine, who wants to join this coven. So far, it feels like magic is known, but maybe not to everybody. There's supernatural creatures and witches and stuff, and she wants to join this coven because her parents were also that. I'm not sure if they seem like they're still alive, but I don't know where they are. Anyway, and so she has a weird ailment with her magic. When her magic awoke, when she uses magic, she loses memories. So the coven really isn't sure she should be practicing magic because she'll lose memories every time she uses magic. And so, but to get in, they've given her a chance that she has to go on this magic quest into nature somewhere and have an experience. And it has to be something really epic for her. And then she's supposed to find her familiar. And so, which is something that not everybody finds right away. So she goes to South America. It was kind of funny how that happened. And but she's on a plane and she's flying to Ecuador. And then she hears this voice, and it pretty much makes things happen on the plane. And then now we're in the aftermath of that. So I don't want to say any more than that. So far, so good. At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about Celine. I'm not sure how I feel about somebody who forgets things that much. You know, like, I'm not sure how much of a plot, a device is this going to be in the story. It could go in a really bad way really quickly for me, because it'd be annoying. You know, like, we know stuff that she doesn't remember, and I could get really annoyed with that. So I'm hoping there's a solution or something comes up that will make it so I don't hate it. But so far, I like it. I like other parts so far, and it was interesting, the whole scene we just went through. So as I said, I'm through chapter 5. So as I said, not very far, but my eyes are starting to get tired, and I don't know if something over here is like itching, but it's like feels kind of swollen a little bit. I know I can't see it, but it's just something. It might be allergies. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so as it's like 10:15, I'm gonna go to bed here fairly soon after I do a few more things. And then tomorrow, as I said, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning around the house, just, you know, normal stuff. And then we'll see if I take the car out. I don't know. I haven't decided. I kind of am thinking no, but we'll see how I feel later. If I feel like it's dry enough out, I might go out. If it's raining, I probably won't take the car out. So we'll see. We'll just see. Because the groceries could wait until, well, again, it just depends. It's supposed to rain all week, so we'll find out about the tires on Monday, but I don't know. We'll see what I do tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I have to do the cleaning first, because if I leave the house and then come back, I won't do it. All the stuff I have to do. I mean, a few things I would do probably, but not everything that I need to do. So I'm going to try to get that done early, and then we'll see. I'm kind of sure I'm kind of figuring I'm not leaving the house, but we will see. So that's the end for today of this. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Again, I don't expect to finish either book tomorrow, but if I can make and get progress in one or both of them tomorrow, that'll be good. That'll be good enough for me. As I said, they're both books that I wanted to read, and you know, and I'm enjoying both of them, even though I'm not very far in either one. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. So anyway, I will check in tomorrow. Okay, guys, so it is Sunday morning. It's about a little after 9:30. I just got back. So I decided not to drive my car. I think we all kind of knew I was going to say I wasn't going to drive my car today. So I asked my brother if he would drive me to the library to drop off my library books. And they're not open, but I have some that I had one that was due. And I wanted to take back the manga that other people were waiting for as well. So, and then I also had to turn in my mail-in ballot. There's a box there outside the library. So we both went, we voted, we did our stuff, and then I did my library books, and then he brought me back. So it was like, you know, a 20-minute round trip. But I'm really worried about the car. Again, I'll get myself to work tomorrow. And again, I'm going early. So, and then there's only so many turns on the way to work. Luckily, I have a lot of straight shots. So I'll just take it easy on the corners and very carefully, especially if it's raining tomorrow, because it is a cloudy day today and it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy the next couple days. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so I wasn't too happy that I'm not going out and getting some other stuff done. But this morning I did get up early and I did do all my cleaning that I wanted to get done. I did stuff with the kitties' litter box. I did some sweeping around their little scratch pad that, you know, they get everywhere. And then I did the dishes and I did a few other things. So I did a lot of work for an hour. And then as I said, I haven't done much. I mean, I played on my computer a little bit until my brother was ready to go. So, because he'd already gone grocery shopping, so I was waiting for him to get back when I had thought about the library books. Anyway, so I don't have any plans for the rest of the day, but I really don't know if I feel like reading. I don't right now. So I don't think I'm going to be reading anything. Maybe later this morning or this afternoon, I will feel like reading, because I admit I don't read a lot early morning. I usually can't. I mean, I can listen to audiobooks because I'm at work sometimes, but at home, I don't usually listen or read anything early in the morning. It's just not my reading time. I usually read more afternoon and evening overall, and especially physically. So we'll see. I don't know. I might just go watch some BookTube for a little bit. You know, I might feel like putting on a movie. We'll see. Or, you know, I might do something else. I'm not going to leave the house today. And I don't have any plans at this point. So I think that's kind of it. I could do a few more projects around the house, but I'm already kind of sore from all the stuff I did this morning because I did a lot. So in the hour that I did it, I'm really glad with what I got done. It was just a lot of work that I, should have done over the last couple weeks, but I got it all done. So Cooper here is like pacing around me. So they of course want me on the couch. They always do, but I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. So we will see what happens. I'm not expecting to finish anything today at all. I hope to make some progress on the books, especially the physical book. But I also, right now, I'm not feeling it at all. And as I said, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm just being honest that I don't know what I'm going to do today. Now that, again, I can't leave. Because I don't want to drive the car right now. I do need to buy those tires. Anyway, so I will check in with you guys later. Maybe after I actually read something, make some progress in something. We will see. But I'll check in later. Yes, you're cute. He's purring. I don't know if you can hear him. He's a soft purr. He and his brother are very, they purr, but they're very soft. They've always been very quiet guys that way. They cry at other things, but I meant their purrs are pretty. He got on me while I was playing back the video, so I just thought I'd show him. So anyway, I'll check in later. Okay, so it is about 10 minutes to 6 o'clock. Today, I maybe I just needed a day to just chill I didn't do anything really after I did my cleaning this morning, and I didn't feel like reading. I didn't feel like listening to anything. I did watch some BookTube, but I also I had a nap somewhere in there too, but I didn't do a whole lot. Got my laundry done, so I have done all my chores that I had to do, which is always good. I haven't put them away yet, but I've done the laundry. So I didn't feel like reading that. So I sat, I think it was like 3 p.m. before I even picked up a book. And of course, I didn't feel like picking up any of the books I had already started, because that's just the way I am. Mood reader that I am. And I picked up the book that I said I wasn't going to pick up. Because of course I am, because I'm contrary like that. So, because I'm a mood reader. So I did pick up Voices from Beyond, which is book number 5 in the Ghost Finder series. So technically, this one works to replace either or of the other books. I think I figured out I could get the word ghost on here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I think I can, because there's actual ghost on the top. That was it. I knew it was somewhere. Sorry. Anyway, so I could count for that one. And then the other one was, what was the Bewitched for? Oh, Supernatural. And these are about ghosts. So technically, I didn't finish anything of the last few prompts, but that's fine. You know, I knew I was feeling kind of weird this morning. I didn't realize how long it would take me to pick up a book. And I've only read 50 pages because I was watching some vlogs and stuff. So I'm really glad I had the time to do this today. I mean, again, I was trapped at home because I don't want to drive my car until I have to drive to work. As I said, I just sat here. The cats have been on and off me all afternoon. They've been enjoying it. So, as I said, it's not like it was bad. The sun keeps coming and going. The clouds keep coming and going. It's funny to be like really bright and they'll be really dark. It never really rained though. So that was nice. So anyway, but I'm going to wrap up the vlog here, for the Halloweekend 4. It was my most unproductive of the week, of this month. But I also think maybe by this point I'm getting kind of tired of the format of doing the weekends. So I know I have one more left, and I will probably still participate next weekend. But I think this weekend I think it just got derailed. And I think I was feeling derailed before I started the vlog, because I didn't know what I wanted to read like on Thursday, and I think it just kind of snowballed from there. So, can't have a win all the time. I still have enjoyed things I have read. I did start 4 books in the last couple of days that, I'll have to work on. So I'm, not my best work. But I'm really hoping this week I can clear up as much as I can before the end of the month, just to, finish stuff off, and I hope to enjoy what I'm reading. So again, if I decide that I can't read any of these things, then I will take them off my list, and I will come back to them when I feel like it. I mean, being a mood reader and I own these books, that's not a problem, but I do want to finish most of these, and I'd like to do it soon. So we'll see what happens. No guarantees. So anyway, I'm going to continue reading this tonight probably. So you'll probably see that in the next vlog. And then audiobook wise, I don't know what tomorrow will be like. It'll be work. Like, I have to go to work, and then of course I'm not thinking about tires that I have to deal with tomorrow. So again, I've tried to put that on my head this afternoon, but kind of hard to. But we'll see. I don't know how much audiobook time I'll have tomorrow, or what I'm going to be doing. So, I'm not too worried if I don't get a lot done tomorrow either, or any day. Really, this month I've already read so much that I've beaten pretty much all but 2 months I've read this year. So, I mean, for the 10th month of the year, it's ranked number 3 right now in how many pages I've read we still have, we still have quite a few days. So I'm not really concerned Like, there is no, oh, I'm trying to, get more books done. It's more just like I want to finish stuff because they're on my TBR, and I do want to read those books. But I don't have to rush to read anything at this point. At this point, I've read so much this month. Admittedly, 20 some titles of those of the 40s. I think I've done 43. I think I finished 43 things so far this month. Admittedly, 20 some of those, like half, like I think just about half of them are rereads. But I don't regret any of it because it's been so good. And so I'm just going to continue my reread physically because that's obviously what called to me today. And I will try to get to the other books sometime this week. We will see what happens. And I don't know which audiobook I will listen to tomorrow because, again, one of them is a Libby hold, so I might need to. I have that until Thursday morning at 9, so I still have some time. But I do want to get back to my October book too, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, sorry, I've rambled long enough. So that's it for Halloweekend, weekend 3 or 4. This is 4, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.